Okay, hello class. I wanted to add a little bit to the lecture. So since I made that video and I talked a good bit about a software tool that works on Matlab called TMG, Term Matrix Generator, showed you how to use that and download it and everything. I've also noticed that Matlab's done a lot with their own internal folks creating built-in commands for text analysis. And now they even have a toolbox. So I'm going to go to a couple of help pages here. Okay, so a couple of things. I'm on the Matlab MathWorks Help Center, and they actually have a whole text analytics toolbox. So if you've gotten Matlab, free for all students at the College of Charleston, watch that video from last week to get it. But if you did it last semester, you may not have added the text analytics toolbox because you didn't think you would need it. You might want to go back and add that if you're going to use this instead of TMG. And there's quite a bit of capability already. You can go check. They've got examples, functions. They've got a tutorial that'll take you through this. It does so much. But the part that I noticed, so you can get, we ultimately want what they're going to call like a count matrix. They can take your matrix and then weight it with TF-IDF. Again, the most common ones. So not maybe as many choices as TMG, but common, the most common choice. You can create a bag of words model. You can enter a text file or CSV file. So maybe they've got a bunch of sonnets, just new lines or comma. They tell you how you can do it, split them with new line characters or whatever. And then there's some commands that'll show you how to do that. Then you've created this thing called a bag, which I think that's just going to be like our A matrix, a bag of words for those documents that you've done. You've taken your sonnets, done these commands, and boom, you've got a bunch of documents. Now you're going to run this bag of words, which is really just creating a count matrix of 154. I think that's the number of sonnets they must have had, times this many unique words, 3092. So I think that would be the transpose of a document, the term by document. This will be a document by term matrix, I believe. Okay, and vocabulary I think is like what we were calling dictionary before. You've got 154 documents, 3000 words. Okay, so you can say what are the most frequently used words. They have this top K thing. And here it is for that one. Okay, here's the count. So this should look familiar to you. Counts is our A matrix. But once you've got that, there's so many things you can do once you have your A matrix. So it's possible this is going to be a bit easier because once you're in this text analysis, TMG has lots of functionality, but that's it once you're inside TMG. But you'll notice that Matlab's text analytics toolbox has lots and lots of stuff, word clouds, all sorts of things. So they have stop list as well. Here, remove stop words from the bag of words with just remove words, and there's a list of stop words. So you're going to be coding a little bit more, not as much point and click like you had to with TMG, but you can code. But yeah, here's our TF-IDF. You can take that matrix and now it's going to weight it. They're just showing a little 10 by 10 submatrix here, but it's weighting with TF-IDF. You can make word clouds, which are just based on frequency. We'll go down to the bottom here and see. Yeah, you can remove any infrequent words. So you can have a list of words that you want to remove, any empty documents. That was all under our topic, preparing text for analysis, but then there's so many other things that you can do. Topic models, maybe looking at multi-word phrases. So just take a look, go through the topics here, and I think there's one more page on. Okay, this is the MathWorks blog. This lady does a lot. Lauren, you'll see so many of her really cool applications. I think she works for them, and then we'll just apply the things. And it has a little bit about scraping data on websites. So if you wanted to go figure out how to scrape it, let's just see. This is searching in the blogs, but let's search for like Twitter. Yeah, analyzing Twitter with Matlab. So maybe you wanted Twitter data and you want to do sentiment analysis, looking at the graph, the retweet social graph. So lots of case studies that are done in this blog. But if we go back to that other page, we can just put it here. Yeah, get data is a retrieve. It's a built-in function to retrieve Twitter data. You can search among those tweets. So you'll be using these tools. So rather, or as an alternative or in addition to TMG, you might find a lot more ability. You'll notice on the side here too where these are coming from. They also have tons of image processing things built in. So I just showed you a couple of examples from the last video, but there's so much more that can be done. So probably a good place to start, Google it, and then that might send you to the MathWorks Help Center and you can figure out, oh yeah, also check out their files. A lot of other users of MATLAB have tried to do something and submit files. So you can search for M files. A lot of times I'll just Google MATLAB M file, whatever it is I'm looking for, scraping Twitter data or something. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Hope that helps and have fun.